I have been garage selling, flea marketing, Facebook marketplacing, Mercari, eBaying, all of the above. And I got some steals this week, this past month, really. And these were all mainly on Facebook Marketplace. So, let's get into some of these. What up, guys? It's your boy, Bailey Berry. I have my phone on 0.5 zoom right now, so it's like backed up, so when I get close, my face looks really big, but when I back up, everything looks kind of normal, but I look far away. But I can sit here on the bed and still touch the camera. So, anyway, I usually don't make videos like this. I won't say that. I make a lot of sneaker content, and I have some video game content, but I really like video games as well. And I got some steals. I got some steals here recently. Or at least I think so. So let's get started on some steals I got. I'll have a counter somewhere, counter on this side and that side, on what I spent versus what it's worth. So we'll see how I came out at the very end. And I'm pretty satisfied with everything that I got. I'm very satisfied, actually. So let's start it off. Let's start this thing off. All right, first, in the original box, I got a fat PlayStation 3. But for those of you that are into video games, this isn't the fat PlayStation 3 that you really want. This is the CHC K01 model, which was a later model of the fat PlayStation that does not play PlayStation 2 games. There's some backwards compatible. There's the first generation backwards compatibility, plays PS1, PS2, and PS3, obviously. The PS3 part was the obvious part. But all PlayStation 3s, every single one of them, plays PS1 and obviously PS3. But the original fat model plays PS1, 2, and 3. This is not the original fat model, but I was able to pick this up. With the original box, it came with 2 controllers, power cords, this box, obviously. We'll see if it stays. And I got 14 games. Picked that up with these games. And it came with the Welcome to PlayStation Network Blu-ray. We got Resistance 2, 007, Quantum of Solace, Farming Simulator 15, which it isn't crazy, but this game actually has a little bit of value to it. Let me hold it closer. Can you see that better, maybe? Alright, then we got Metal Gear Solid 4, Need for Speed Undercover, Grid 2, Shaun White Snowboarding, Gran Turismo 5, Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, Call of Duty Black Ops, ooh, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Heavy Fire Afghanistan, which is a Move game, PlayStation Move, Mirror's Edge, and Uncharted 1. I got this console and all of these games. Hold on, I dropped my games. This console, all of these games, for $100 even. Now you tell me in the comments, is that a good deal? I thought it was a pretty good deal, and I thought there was some money to be made here. I debated on keeping this. I actually had the fat model that plays PS2 games, but with so many games coming out for the PS5, I didn't really play it much. I bought it around the time that Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart came out, which was like over a year ago now, almost 2 years ago, I think. Or maybe even over 2 years now. And I played that thing maybe, almost get this over. I played that thing maybe 5 times. It's a great console to have, but once Ratchet & Clank came out, I played that. Then the next Call of Duty came out, and then I played Deathloop, and then I platinumed Fallout 76, then I played Call of Duty again. Here recently I've been playing the crap out of Resident Evil 4, and then next Friday, Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out, so it's like, when am I gonna play this? I don't know. So I got all of that for $100. I'd say resale value, since it is not the PlayStation 2 backwards compatible model, I'd say I could probably get 150, 180 out of it, you know, I'd say. Also, just quick plug for myself here, I'm gonna put a link to my Mercari page in the description. And if you want to buy any of this stuff and just message me on Mercari and say, hey, I watched your video, I will cut you a good deal on this stuff. So check it out. Next. Alright, and I've been playing a bunch of Resident Evil 4. I'll show it in the video. I've been collecting all of the Resident Evil games for the PS4. Just all of them. I'm missing 2. I'm technically missing 3, but one of them's like a Europe game only, which is Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. But I'm missing Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 6. So with that being said, I've been collecting for them and I'm almost there. But with that being said, once again, I was able to pick up Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles for the Wii, complete inbox, booklet and game, and case. Picked this up on Facebook Marketplace for $15, which that's like a $45 game. So that's really good value right there. And there's only 2 games that came out for the Wii. Granted, there's some Resident Evil games that they remade for the Wii, but then there's some Wii exclusives, which are these 2 games. The other game is Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, which is also complete in-box. I picked this game up for $15 as well at my local game store. There's a game store near me called R&D Games. And I bought this for $15. That's about what this game is worth, $15, but I needed it for the collection, so I got Dark Side Chronicles and Umbrella Chronicles for $30. Like I had said before, like collectively, that's probably like $60 right there that I got for half off, pretty much. Now, for some more. These are kind of some heavy hitters. Alright, so I got some GameCube games. I'll tell you what I picked all these up for after I show you. So I got SSX Tricky for the GameCube, which is like, this is like a $40 game. This is like a $40 game, which is crazy because I have this for the original Xbox and it's nowhere near that amount. It has the precautions booklet and the disc, obviously, but does not have a manual, which is okay. I have NFL Street, the first one, complete in box. Got that game as well. These are all from the same seller. Got NBA Street. Oh, by the way, this is like a $20 game. Complete in box is like a $20 game, which is, it's not bad. NBA Street Volume 2. Man, I feel like I have to sneeze. Don't you hate it when you have to sneeze but you don't sneeze? Anyway, NBA Street Volume 2. I have this game for the PlayStation 2, which is such a fun game. I mean, it's completely different from the way 2K is now, but this was 2K back in the day. Like growing up, like, man, me and my friends used to run this all the time. I remember beating the whole game, trying to unlock all the teams and all the characters, all the courts. And shoot, this is just a great game. And I have this game for the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2, it's like 15, 20 bucks. For the GameCube, this is like a $45 to like a $55 game, which is insane. And I was able to pick this up from this same seller, complete in box. And last but not least, still from the same seller, for the GameCube, I got Wario World. Man, this is the heavy hitter right here, man. This game, it's not complete, has the disc, it's not complete, but still to have the actual case and the game with it, this is like a $90 game. This is a $90 game, which is insane. This guy, I messaged him on Facebook Marketplace, he had this game for $30, and which is insane. First of all, it's like he kind of didn't know what he had. So keep your eye out on Facebook Marketplace for good deals all the time. Like I check every single day. And there's some, I mean, like I said, Facebook Marketplace, one of these Resident Evil games, Facebook Marketplace, all these, Facebook Marketplace. Great deals. He had this for $30 and I was like, hey, can you meet me? I'm 37 minutes away from you, because he gave me his address. He was like, no, I can't meet you today, but have to be tomorrow. I said, okay, if I drive to you could you do $20 on the game? And he said, sure, if you want it today. So I drove to him. You better believe I'm gonna pick up this game for $20. And then he came out and said, hey, I have a couple other games. And he had these three. And I paid way more for these games than what I actually should have, considering I paid $20 for this. So for these three, he said he'd give them to me for $50, which granted, I got my money back with this game alone. So these are just bonuses. So for a total of $70, I got NBA Street Volume 2, NFL Street, SSX Tricky, and Wario World. $70. So that value right there, that's close to $200 value that I got from this guy, and spent $70. So these were some crazy steals that I found on Facebook Marketplace. Last but not least, I picked this up at my local game store. I had some other games that I had traded. Like I traded Wii Party and Mario Party 8 for the Wii. And by the way, Wii Party has a lot more value than what I thought it might have. It's like a $45, $60 game. So check your Wii collection if you have any Wii games, because if you want some money and you don't see yourself playing that game, because honestly Mario Party is better, consider selling Wii Party, because there's some value to that game, which is crazy. But I traded a couple of those games in, along with some other stuff. I can't even remember what it was, but it was like 5 games. Some were just some little cheapos, you know? But I traded those in at my local game store, and he gave me $65 trade-in value for all those. So I decided to pick up Super Mario Strikers. He had it listed at $70. I don't know if you can see that. He had it listed at $70, and I had $65 trade-in value, and he was like, you know what, dude, it's all yours. Because I've sold to him a lot. This game it's not complete in box. It does have the disc, but it's currently in my GameCube right now. But I do have the disc to this game, so I picked that up, which is such a fun game for you. And like, if you have some buddies over, you can run 4 players if you have 4 controllers on your GameCube. Just a great game. Amazing game. It's so fun. Still holds up to this day, even though it's like close to 20 years old at this point. Super Mario Strikers. Highly suggest checking this game out if you haven't already, and if you do know, then you know. Great game. Also, had some other crazy Facebook Marketplace meetups this week. You just wait. So, I actually did not have a Nintendo Switch up until last week. And I got it because this guy had it listed on Facebook Marketplace. He had it listed for $240. And I was like, hey, if I meet you today, can you do $200? And he said, sure. So I met this guy on Facebook Marketplace, and not only did I get a Nintendo Switch, but I got the new Nintendo Switch OLED for $200. This console just came out. At Target, it's $350 everywhere you go. Even on eBay, used ones go for like $280, and I got the console for $200, which is absolutely insane. So now I have a Switch. Now I'm ready for Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This was a steal. I'm still so happy I got this for such a great deal. So I'm stoked on that. Another Facebook Marketplace steal. So like I said, keep your eye out. And in that purchase, that's all I bought. So I was at Target like last weekend, and I checked out the clearance section over in the electronics, and I was able to get this controller, the Pikachu Nintendo Switch controller, which all the other Nintendo Switch controllers like in the actual aisle are like $27.99, and I'll put a picture up on the screen. I got this controller for like $13.99 on clearance, which is a crazy deal. That's half off. You know, that's half off that I got this, so that's super cool. Got that to go along with the Switch. Then literally yesterday, this lady had like 5 Nintendo Switch games listed on Facebook Marketplace for $100, and I needed some games, So I was like, hey, could you do 80? I said, could you do 80? And she was like, how about 85? I said, sure, because the games I got were crazy. So for $80, I already sold the other 2 games because I didn't want them. I sold them both for $35 together. I got Lego Ninjago for the Switch, and then I got Splatoon 2 for the Switch. I already sold them both for $35. I paid $85. At this point, I've paid $50 for these 3 games. I got Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Fantastic game. IGN ranked this the #1 game of all time. I got Breath of the Wild. I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is a must-have for this console, especially if you have friends that you play with. And then I got Super Mario Odyssey. All 3 of these games for $55. If you go to GameStop right now, all 3 of these games each, pre-owned, the value on them is $55. Trade it in, they'd give you like $15 for it, but they sell them for $55 each, and I got all 3 of these games. This is crazy. All 3 of these games for $55. For $50. Absolutely nuts. So that was just an insane deal. So like I said, guys, keep your eye out on Facebook Marketplace because there's definitely some steals to be had. And I didn't mention it, so I'm gonna take you guys in there for a quick second because I picked this up on Facebook Marketplace as well. So let's check that out. I picked up this GameCube, which I did not have before, and not 1, not 2, but 3 controllers. This GameCube. I picked that GameCube up with like 10 games, and it had like Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters with it. It had Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2. It had a bunch of other games with it, and I got all those games, 3 controllers, and the GameCube for $60 on Facebook Marketplace. I went to my local game store that I was telling you about and sold the games alone for $80. So I made $20 profit and got a free GameCube. So that's why I can like advocate for spending $70 on this game. It's absolutely insane. So I was able to pick all that up. So I'm definitely growing a good collection now, and it's just super cool to have whenever you have friends come over, and I have little brothers, so just really good games to play with them as well. So yeah, I highly suggest checking out Facebook Marketplace if you want some good deals, because there's definitely good deals to be had out there. So just keep your eye out because there's some good deals to be had. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know if you like this video. Like, please leave in the comments if you like this content, because I usually do sneakers and some other stuff. I do video games every now and then, but if you really like this content, then please let me know in the comments, because I will continue doing this content. It's garage sale season, so I do a lot of garage selling, so just let me know if you want to see some more of that. So that's it for this video, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I gave a finger for the word and. Like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching, viewing, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video.